rhythm to go with it. So how many of you guys have a practice of gratitude? Oh, good. Y'all have to share with me what you do, right? Because we all do it a little differently. For those that don't, one of the reasons why we live in gratitude, or what Unity teaches us, is that it's not just a polite gesture or a fleeting feeling. It's a way of opening our being, our hearts, and our minds to the abundance of the universe. And I'm not talking about financial abundance, that's part of it. But it's really about the conscious mindset of abundance. And how when we really are grateful and we see everything as a blessing, that it shifts us into a view that allows us to really see beyond the blessing and how it moves us in consciousness. Because really everything in life comes down to where we're consciously thinking, what we're consciously creating, what our actions are that we take consciously. Most folks sleep through life, right? We know that. And so as we begin to really understand that gratitude is that mindset that can help lift us up in those times of dire challenges. Anybody ever have any of those? Yeah. So it's not just about saying thank you. So this is the week of Thanksgiving, and if you know the history of America, what we were told in school may not be the truth about the Pilgrims and the Indians, right? We all know that, right? We're aware of that. And so if you don't know that, go figure it out, because there's some really good stories out there. Yes, the Indians did provide the Pilgrims with a meal, right? Because the Pilgrims didn't know how to farm, most of them. They weren't farmers. They were merchants and people of nobility, and they were starving and dying. So the Indians came to help them. Then 50 years later, we massacred them, eliminated them. And then, later, after the Civil War, during the Civil War, we came back with a day of Thanksgiving. So if you know the history of Thanksgiving, it's kind of interesting, and if you don't, look it up. But what really, for me, gratitude is about that state of being that invites us to recognize and appreciate the blessings all around us, the big ones, but more importantly, the small ones. And sometimes we don't even see it as a blessing. It's like, wow, what created this in my life, and for what reason am I here, right? Anybody ever have that? That in the middle of a challenge you go, oh, wow, this is really a blessing. How can I see it differently so that I can move through it with ease and grace? Because what we understand is that when we focus on something, whether it's the beauty of friendship or the physical challenge in the body, it's how we focus on it that either releases us from it or clenches us to it, right? And so what we really want to do is be in the blessing of, even in those challenges, to hold it as the beauty that it really is for us to have growth. And that's not easy. So one of the spiritual guiding principles of faith comes through the Bible, and it says, "In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you." And that's from 1 Thessalonians 5:18. And what it really means is that when we cultivate a heart of gratitude in every circumstance, we begin to be that higher consciousness. We begin to see life differently, from a different mindset, with an understanding that I'm not a victim. There's nothing or no one in the universe against me, except for me. And I have to get out of my own way in order to be in the world as a blessing to myself and to others. So yes, things happen to us in our life, right? And sometimes it's horrific, the things that happen to us. I'm not discounting that, because that's a truth. And yet, it's what we do with it and how we view it that cultivates our life, whether we're realizing it or not. The challenges and the horrors and the aptitudes that we experience have created each and every one of us where we are today. And so, instead of looking at it from that point of view of the horror, whatever the experience is, look at it and embrace it. Not what happened, but how it created the growth in you to create the you that you are today. Because had you not gone through that experience, you would not be who you are today. And look at who you are today. You're a beautiful soul that is living life. Awake, for one, right? And really present to the fact of you're whole. You're one. You're not separate from your source. You are the source. You are a part of all that is. And without all the experiences, you wouldn't be sitting here today. You wouldn't be living your life with ease and grace, even through the challenges. So look at it from that perspective and embrace how you got here, instead of trying to distance yourself from it, because it is a part of you. Part of you that created resiliency, right? Part of you that created determination, that created a beautiful career, a beautiful loving home, whatever it is that you are existing within, is the beauty of you unfolding through all that you are and always have been and always will be. And so just knowing that power of the positive mindset allows us to practice and shift from what we focus on and from that lack to what we really want and have, is a nurturing mindset of abundance and living life as joy. Because that's what the season that we're getting ready to move into is all really about, is living life in joy, always, every day. What am I joyful for? What am I grateful for? So one of the things my parents taught me when I was little was every night to review your day. I've probably told you all this before. And so when I go to bed each night, I go through my day and I not only review what transpired, but I also do my forgiveness work and my gratitude work. And I do it in my mind. There have been times when I get out the paper and pen, but most of the time I just do it in my mind. You know, where today do do I need to forgive myself? Where today do I need to forgive somebody else? Because usually it's me I have to forgive, not somebody else. Because my mouth can get me in trouble from time to time. And then I look at what today brought me joy. And that's the blessing. That's the gratitude. And that allows me to get a peaceful night's rest. I will tell you when I do not do that. I'm usually tossing and turning because there's something going on and my head's just spinning and it's like, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute. I did not do my gratitude work. So then I have to stop right there. And it's usually 3 o'clock in the morning when I realize it, that and let me go do it, right? And then I'm able to rest. So allowing for a way that you can release whatever it is through the day, because we all have it, and just be present so that you can rest and renew, because that's when the body heals, is when we're asleep, right? We all know that. It's a fact. When we're sleeping, our body is healing its own self. And so allowing for us to get that good night's rest is important. We are important. We are the most important being in our life, right? And so embrace that. So some other practices to cultivate gratitude is the journal, right? You can write it out. Gratitude rituals. Consider setting aside a time each week for gratitude, where you go in for just a prayer on gratitude. Do a meditation just on everything that you are grateful for this week. Whatever it is. Acts of kindness. They're a beautiful way to express gratitude in our lives, and like donating the goods to ELCM for those that like to do that. Or go clean out your closet, which is what I did yesterday, because I was in Texas, so I have more things to put in it. So I had to go clean out my closet, but now I get to go and take these nice things that I have and donate them to someone else that can use them at a shelter. And that not only blesses me and cleans space out for me, it also blesses the person that's receiving it, right? And so that's a way to express gratitude. Or clean out your kitchen cabinets. What do you have 2 of? You only need 1 probably. I mean, really, come on. We probably just need 1. How many casseroles are you going to make in one time? So take the duplicates, take them to a shelter, give them away. Again, you're creating space in your life and you're blessing someone else. So it's a double whammy. But here's the real question. What happens when life gets tough? Where's the gratitude? It's easy to feel grateful when everything's going good. But man, when the tough times come in, we still have to shift. We have to shift from that thinking of being less than, whatever that thought might be, into where am I going to grow and how am I going to grow through this? Because that's where the blessing is in the growth. We all grow. That's why we're all here on this planet, to experience growth, to experience love, to experience joy. That's my reason that I've created in my brain for us to be here on this planet, to experience life at a conscious level of love with joy. So, as you do that, and we're faced with those challenges, here's a powerful affirmation. I find strength and blessing in every experience. So if you don't remember anything else from today, I find strength and blessings in every experience. And when you're in that experience and you're doubting it, remember that affirmation. I find strength and blessings in every experience. Because that's where we really see the growth. And that's really something to be grateful for. The growth in our own lives, in our own consciousness, in our own world. So, living in gratitude is a continuous journey. Daggone it. It's not one and done. It brings us closer to our true selves and to the divine. So as we commit to a week of gratitude, know that you are loved and you are a blessing in the world. I love you. I bless you. I behold the living Christ in each